Here are the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. A magnitude 3.4 earthquake struck Ilocos Norte around noon today. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology traced the epicenter of the quake about 1 kilometer northeast of the Walneg town. It was felt in Pasukin town at instrumental intensity 1. No damage and aftershocks are expected. The earthquake was tectonic in origin or caused by the movement of an active fault line. Ilocos Norte was earlier placed under a state of calamity due to the magnitude 6.4 earthquake that rocked northern Luzon on October 25 and the damage caused by floods brought by Typhoon Ang. The death toll from the onslaught of severe tropical storm Paeng has climbed to 154. Of the number, 101 deaths have already been confirmed by the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, or NDRRMC. The number of validated deaths includes 63 from the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, 32 from Western Visayas, 3 from Sorsogon, 2 from Central Luzon, and 1 from the Cordillera Administrative Region. 53 deaths are yet to be confirmed, the majority of which are being validated in Calabarzon, followed by Eastern Visayas, Zamboanga Peninsula, Mimaropa, Cagayan Valley, Bicol, Central and Western Visayas, and Sorsogon. At least 128 injured persons were also reported, 78 of whom have sustained injuries due to the tropical cyclone. Meanwhile, the NDRRMC said the families affected by Paeng are now over 1.176 million, or more than 4 million individuals. Over 31,000 families are either staying in evacuation centers or with their relatives and friends. Moreover, the cost of infrastructure damage rose to almost 3 billion pesos, with over 25,000 houses affected. The Department of Education reminds its employees to maintain professionalism and avoid personal relationships with learners, even on social media. Under DepEd Order Number 49, employees are urged to avoid establishing outside of school connections with learners, except if they are relatives. The directive orders the promotion of professionalism in the delivery of basic education programs and services. The order comes as DepEd investigates allegations of sexual harassment against several teachers. Vice President and Education Secretary Sara Duterte meanwhile reminded employees to avoid slandering DepEd online and raise issues and concerns through proper channels. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council is set to hold a nationwide simultaneous earthquake drill where actions on earthquake with tsunami scenarios shall be highlighted. The nationwide earthquake drill will be held on November 10 in support of the observance of World Tsunami Day on November 5. The Parañaque City government will host the ceremonial pressing of the button and a full-scale exercise. The NDRRMC said this shall test the city's contingency plan for tsunami and demonstrate its evacuation procedure, specifically for the fisher folk and vulnerable groups. The drill will also test the water search and rescue and air rescue capabilities of the Philippine National Police, the Philippine Coast Guard, and the Philippine Air Force. That's the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We're also shown on the social media pages of the Office of the Press Secretary at Radyo Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I'm Stephanie Civiliano. We tell stories that inspire change.